Did you know that Wanwan was the most banned hero in the latest MPL-PH run, clocking 114 bans, while also posting an insane 83.33% win rate in pro play? That dual stat, which is high ban high win, explains why Q screens flash ban Wanwan more than ever. In this video, we'll break down why she's so feared, and what the official patches change, as well as how the Banwave is reshaping solo queue and pro drafts. Welcome back to Mobile Legends News. Today we're unpacking the Wanwan Banwave, why players, teams, and even tournament metagames are reflexively banning her, and what the official data and patch notes actually tell us. Expect a mix of pro-level stats from the official MPL data, the Moonton patch rationale, player feedback trends, and smart takeaways so you can adapt whether you're solo queuing or drafting for your squad. Wanwan isn't just strong, she's polarizing. In tournament play, she's simultaneously a top win engine and a top ban priority, which creates a meta problem. Teams must either spend a precious ban on her or gamble on drafting counters and risk a snowball from an unchecked Wanwan. The MPL-PH tournament data shows this tension clearly. High ban counts paired with sky-high win rates in matches she appears. That forces draft maps, favors ban-first strategies, and increases the value of blue side priority in pro drafts. From the player base, the complaints fall into three buckets. First, execution ceiling versus payoff. Wanwan rewards mechanical precision when you use her proper stacks, resets, and dashes with outsized carry potential, making her feel unfair in rank when played well. Second is her mobility and safety. Her kit lets her kite and reset in ways that punish many common counters, forcing teams to either draft specialized slows or locks, or burn the ban. Third is patch whack-a-mole. Moonton's official patches have repeatedly nerfed and tweaked Wanwan's mechanics, but small buffs or tweaks elsewhere, such as items, emblems, and assist changes, keep buffing her effective power in certain lineups, so she continues to occupy that ban-worthy slot in many metas. That combination creates an ecosystem problem. Bans become a meta tax. If both teams react by banning Wanwan, other strong marksmen or matchups get left alone, rotating the meta but not solving the core issue, which is a hero whose reward curve is so steep that the safest pro approach is to simply remove her from the pool. For solo queue, where coordination to counter her is lower, the ban reflex is even stronger. Players prefer the one-click safety of a ban over the variability of drafting specific counters. The result? A meta shaped by fear and risk management as much as raw balance numbers. At her core, Wanwan is a paradox. She's this delicate, agile marksman, all grace and rhythm, yet she's capable of completely dismantling teams in seconds. Her kit revolves around precision and timing. Every attack marks enemy weak points, and when all are hit, her ultimate transforms her into a flurry of needle-sharp arrows, a literal storm of pain. It's like watching a ballerina with a machine gun, elegant yet devastating. Her mobility lets her dance through damage, her resets keep her firing non-stop, and her high skill ceiling means that players who master her feel unstoppable. That's the beauty and the curse. She's only as broken as the player is good. But at the top level, everyone is that good. That's why professional teams fear her. She punishes hesitation. Make one mistake in positioning, miscalculate a flicker, or mistime your stun, and Wanwan will tear through your lineup before you even realize what happened. She's not a late game ticking bomb. She's a mid-game landmine, ready to detonate the moment she finds an opening. In pro play, where mechanical skill and coordination are at their peak, leaving her open isn't brave. It's borderline reckless. And in ranked matches, especially at Mythic and above, she's the nightmare you hope never slips through the ban phase. But here's the twist. It's not like Moonton hasn't tried to tone her down. They've hit her with nerfs, adjusted her dash cooldowns, and tweaked her base damage more times than players have typed lag in chat. Yet somehow, she always finds her way back to the top. The reason? What many players call the buff by proxy effect. Even when Wanwan herself gets nerfed, other game changes indirectly make her stronger. Maybe a new item update increases critical damage or attack speed. Maybe an emblem rework improves mobility. Maybe support heroes get buffed and suddenly Wanwan has better peel and sustain. It's like she's the unintended beneficiary of everyone else's gains. Moonton's own patch notes from December 2024 even included a small rework to her darting star mechanic. Not a direct power buff, but enough to subtly shift how smoothly her combos trigger. And in the delicate balance of MLBB, one small tweak can turn a meh hero into a menace overnight. You can actually see the evidence of that in the latest MPL PH data. Wanwan wasn't just heavily banned, she was practically blacklisted. Out of all the heroes, she recorded an eye-watering 114 bans, and in the rare cases she did make it through, an 83.33% win rate. That's not a coincidence. That's dominance. When one hero has both high ban and high win rates, it's a flashing red warning signal that the meta revolves around her. Teams aren't banning Wanwan just because she's strong. They're banning her because she warps the entire draft. Choosing whether to ban or leave her open dictates the rest of your composition. It's like removing the queen from a chessboard before the game even starts, because leaving her in play changes everything. That's why the ban phase feels less like strategy and more like insurance. Pro teams treat banning Wanwan as a meta tax. One of those non-negotiable draft expenses you pay just to keep the match stable. And in ranked mode, that sentiment trickles down to regular players. Most would rather burn a ban slot on her than trust 4 strangers to coordinate a counter pick. It's the same psychology as buying an extended warranty. You probably won't need it, but you'll sleep better knowing it's there. So the ban reflex becomes habitual. The more players ban her, the less practice others get playing against her, which means fewer people know how to deal with her, and that fear loop keeps feeding itself. It's a bit of a social contagion, a kind of ban her because everyone else does mentality. The draft phase becomes a psychological tug-of-war where both teams hesitate to leave her open, knowing that whoever picks her instantly tilts the balance. Picture 2 kids arguing over who gets the last slice of pizza. Except in this case, whoever wins the argument wins the whole game. Wanwan's presence adds that kind of tension. Even if she's not picked, her potential shapes every decision leading up to the match. Balancing a hero like that is a developer's nightmare. If Moonton nerfs her too much, casual players abandon her. If they buff her slightly, she reclaims the meta instantly. So instead of swinging the hammer too hard, they've been making small, cautious tweaks. Trimming cooldowns here, adjusting base stats there, but that caution means she never really leaves the spotlight. She just hibernates until the next system change wakes her back up. Every few months, the community says, finally, Wanwan's dead. And then, boom, she's suddenly on every ban list again. And that's really what fuels this ongoing ban wave. It's not just that Wanwan is powerful, it's that her design, flexibility, and synergy with evolving metas make her permanently relevant, even when the patch notes say adjusted. What players hear is actually, we'll see you next season. So until something drastic changes, expect that familiar rhythm in ranked and pro drafts alike. First ban, first pick, always Wanwan. Because at this point, she's not just a hero in Mobile Legends. She's part of the game's psychological furniture. Alright, so let's say the nightmare happens. Wanwan slips through the ban phase and the enemy locks her in. Don't panic. There's actually a plan. The key is denying her uptime and controlling her dashes. Heroes with point-and-click crown control like Franco, Kufra, or Mincithar can clip her wings before she even gets to soar. Minceithar's King's Calling literally grounds her. That means no dashes, no resets, no highlight reel. Combine that with burst mages like Eudora or Aurora, and she's gone before Crossbow of Tang gets off the ground. You can also play the vision and spacing game. Wanwan thrives on clean sightlines to mark weak points. Forcing her to fight in tight jungle angles or ambush zones limits her mobility. Use flicker bait setups. Let her dash in, then punish the overcommit. It's all about patience. Bait the ultimate, wait for the animation lock, and then collapse. Wanwan players love flashy plays, so make them dance right into a trap. Remember, control, crowd, and collapse. If you cut her movement, you cut her impact. Wanwan's Banwave dominance comes from her high mobility, punishing mechanics, and how easily she benefits from shifting metas. She's not just strong, she warps the entire draft ecosystem. Yet even unstoppable heroes have answers. Smart team play, lockdown setups, and bait tactics can turn her biggest strengths into her very downfall. Her presence reminds us how delicate balance is in MLBB, and how one hero can reshape an entire season's strategy. So what do you think? Is Wanwan truly overpowered, or just misunderstood genius design? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's debate it out. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and check out our other deep dives on MLBB balance changes and hero reworks. Till next time!